Now that Labor Day weekend has come and gone, it's time for the push to the playoffs. Only 8 weeks remain in the CFL's regular season, and from here on out, every game has some added importance. Tonight we're in the nation's capital as Week 14 kicks off with the Lions and the Redblacks. With Drew Brown still sidelined, Dustin Crum is back under center for Ottawa, coming off one of the best outings of his career back in Week 12. It's do or die time for those Redblacks.
Nathan Rourke's got 3 straight 300-yard games, 55 yards tonight. He will become the third-time all-time passer for Canadians.
Looks to be a little bit windy out there in Ottawa tonight. This guy might have to carry the load at least early, but William Stanback is a running back that gets stronger the more touches he gets.
Tonight's game also features the CFL's leading rusher. The Lions hoping James Butler can wear down that tough Redblacks rush defense that's giving up the second fewest yards per game. And with that, we welcome you officially to Friday Night Football CFL Edition, week number 14. Laura Dykin, David Sanchez, Paul Lapolice. We're holding things down here in the studio, looking ahead to Super Saturday. The rest of our crew off in Edmonton getting ready for the only triple header on the schedule this season. But right now, again, our focus is on these Lions and these Redblacks. First time they're facing off this season, the first of the home at home. As we welcome in Claire Hanna. And Claire, both these teams had a nice front row seat to the Labor Day weekend festivities, both on a bye as they're battling for some playoff spots.
Yeah, you've got that right, Laura. Both of these teams coming in fresh off of that bye week. Both of these teams on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, and both of these teams are going to be fighting for their playoff lives tonight. So you know that's going to be an exciting matchup. Now, when it comes to the BC Lions, quarterback Nathan Rourke has thrown over 300 yards in 6 of his last 7 games. He looks like he did 2 years ago when he was the league's MOP. And then on the flip side, Drew Brown, as you mentioned, will be missing tonight's game. So Dustin Crum gets his second straight start behind center. And when it comes to the running back, William Stanback, I sense he could have a revenge game tonight. He was playing with the BC Lions last year. They didn't re-sign him, and he is due for a big performance. Now, some notable lineup changes with the BC Lions. Halfback Gary Peters was a game-time decision. He will not be playing tonight. He's dealing with a knee ailment, and this will be the first game he misses as a BC Lion since joining the team in 2018. He's played 115 consecutive games up until tonight. And then on the flip side with the Ottawa Redblacks, Braylon Addison, who is their third most productive receiver, will be back in the lineup after missing last game. And the last thing I'm going to mention, Laura, is that for the Ottawa Redblacks, a fast start is going to be so important because the last time they scored more than 1 point in the first quarter was July 12th. So they need to get things going quick here tonight on a windy night at TD Place.
See, and that stat is just wild. 1 point in the first quarter in the last 5 games for the Ottawa Redblacks, always playing behind. Look, Claire going through all the scenarios there. Important to note, both these teams 2 points back of third place in their respective divisions. Again, big game, playoff implications, regular season starting to wind down. So what are your expectations for this one tonight, Davis?
Yeah, I mean, for Ottawa, they got to find a way to get big plays to get the ball down the field. And they're last in the CFL in big plays, explosive passing plays. And so, look, they talked to you, heard Claire discussing the weather, the fact that the wind might be a factor. That's an advantage. If you're looking at the matchup, that's an advantage for Ottawa as they can, with Dustin Crum, his ability to use his legs. Also, look at Addison being back in the game. Addison's a guy that you see a lot of motion, a lot of stuff around the box and around the line of scrimmage. He's someone, lucky he's back in the lineup because he's someone you could use in the quick dump-off game and get him some yak yards with the wind, and also just the fact that he's a security blanket for Crum, who hasn't had a huge amount of success going down the field.
I agree. I think run game's going to be important for Ottawa. So for the BC Lions, they got to counter. They got to step it up defensively. Obviously, we know last week was 2 weeks ago a 50-burger. You don't give many of those up in the CFL. Here's where they have to improve.
Chad Kelly tell you it was a 50-burger?
Defense, 8th against the run. They give up 107 yards a game, so I would expect Crum, William Stanback, and Daniel Adeboye to get a lot of carries today to test that defense, whether they can stop the run. And again, you talked about it. They give up the most big passes in the CFL. That's not big of Ottawa's pass game. They don't do a great job. But the takeaways. Here's the last thing I would say. Ottawa has got to get some takeaways because they need help. The BC Lions turn the ball over more than any team in the CFL.
Worst turnover ratio, most fumbles lost, the BC Lions. From the offensive standpoint here, both these teams kind of on the opposite spectrum when it comes to how many touchdowns they've scored offensively. You've got the Lions #1, you've got the Redblacks at 7th, but you can see they both sit at the top of the league when it comes to converting red zone trips into touchdowns, making the most of their opportunities when they get into that part of the field. We'll see if that trend continues here tonight. More on Nathan Rourke with Luke Wilson in our pregame show. Let's go.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
It hasn't exactly been home sweet home for the Redblacks this season, sporting a 1-4 record at TD Place, but now would be the perfect time for them to flip the script, put some wins together in their own barn. Not an easy task, though, going up against that explosive Lions offense led by the Canadian Nathan Rourke. As we go back to Ottawa now and welcome in Luke Wilson. And Luke, while you were preparing and getting ready for this game here tonight, you were watching some film of Nathan Rourke, and you said the CFL is lucky to have him. What got you so excited to watch him play here tonight?
You know, Laura, when I'm buzzing film, especially of a quarterback, you see, hey, there's good plays, there's bad plays, you're looking at certain things. Nathan, to me, just jumped off the film consistently. And it wasn't just all about his ability, which we'll get into in a sec, but just the poise, the confidence, the swagger, and it was play after play. Even his mistakes, I'd look at it and say, I see what happened. I see why he thought that, the way he processes the game. And he did some great things a couple of weeks ago. And I can't wait to show you because, again, when you have a player like this that is this elite, it is fun to talk about. Nathan Rourke, in his ability here, is unparalleled right now in this league. You look at him here, hey, he sees the defense pre-snap, does a little check, he's yelling something out. Yep, got it, got it. Now watch this. So we're going to have 3 vertical routes, and he knows there's going to be 2 deep safeties. So he's looking to his left here, and he waits for the safety right here. Boom, he flips drops his hips, and now he knows, hey, I got the middle of the field seam route, and he's going to turn right here, and he's going to absolutely sling a pill. This was the first play of the game because he knows now the other safety's on a 2-on-1. Again, this is the replay. Look at the eyes, the eyes, the eyes. He sees the hip slip. Boom, locate my man. Absolute dart. Huge play to start the game. So you got the processing. You love that. And then you come out here, and it's the arm strength. And you look at this ball right here. He doesn't even throw all of his will into this thing, and it's 81 kilometers an hour. Okay, and it's a 2-ball. It's 38 yards to the field, and it's not a lob ball, it's a shot over there. And when you look at it from this other angle, again, he doesn't even really rip in this because there's a guy in his face, and the accuracy of it. So you got the process, you've got the arm strength, and here comes the accuracy. This is a player right here should be an 8-yard catch. But what happens is the defenders are buzzing outside. So he leads his receiver to his outside shoulder because that's what you're taught. Accurate quarterbacks will throw to a shoulder they want you to turn up in. And what that does, that small detail, right here you're going to see it, is the difference between an 8-yard catch and a 20-yard completion, because that's what great quarterbacks do. You're playing at such a high level that it gets to the point where your spot routes, you're like, hey, I'm not trying to get a completion. I'm trying to paint this guy's outside shoulder so he can turn up the field, split the 2 zone defenders because they're both buzzing outside, and we'll get 20. I'm telling you, it's the first ride I've had Nathan Rourke. I couldn't be more excited to see this guy play today. Couldn't be more excited.
It is, Luke, is watching his hair in the performance there on TV plays. Nathan Rourke, along with a number of his Lions teammates, lead some of the major statistical categories in the CFL. Yes, they are the kings of the CFL jungle. Nathan Rourke, most passing yards per game. Keon Hatcher, #1 receiver. He was the first to 1,000 receiving yards back in week 12. And then there's the #1 rusher. We already spoke about James Butler, who could be busy here tonight. Also leads the CFL in total yards from scrimmage. And we can't forget about the defense. Micah Alway, #1 in defensive tackles. Our graphics department, hat tip, going all out for this one.
Face paint. Isaac Adeyemi Berglund and a lot of other players who really love to put it on. Lapo, we're on. We're on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm on?
Goodness.
Oh, my God. Right? Hey, I got to get in with all the face paint, guys. This is awesome. The budget for face paint must be crazy.
Will it really make me look more intimidating?
You look tougher. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, we'll give it a shot here. So
nice.
I don't have a mirror or anything like that. So
good look for you.
Well, this stuff does wash off, right?
I hope so.
Lapo, you pulled it off. Never looked better. To Rod's point, you can remember when face paint was reserved for just under the eyes, but for players like Darnell Sankey and Isaac Adeyemi Berglund, there's more to it than just eliminating the glare of the sun. The two Alouettes gave Kate the inside scoop on the whole face paint process and the meaning behind it, and she definitely embraced her inner football warrior in this interview.
I can't even believe how different you look right now. Okay, I can try this.
Are you going to actually do this?
Absolutely.
No, you're not.
There is that man, Darnell Sankey. Wow! Pressure on! Isaac Adeyemi Berglund! You feel him every time he's near.
Good to see you.
Welcome to a really fun shoot. You are notorious for your different looks.
Yeah.
Correct?
Right.
When did this start?
I mean, I think I've done the eye black my whole career, but I think once I got to the CFL, I really started amping it up a little bit with my little jungle pattern I do. So.
I actually have never seen you in person without your eye black on, so this is interesting to me right now. It doesn't look as intimidating, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, I can understand that.
When did it all start for you?
It actually started when I played stage-up football here in Quebec, actually. A lot of people think it's to make me look scarier, to intimidate other people on the opposing team, but it's more for me, and that's how it started. It's more for me to be in my own space.
Was there someone in particular?
Ray Lewis.
Of course.
Yeah, Ray Lewis, you know, but I think it was, for me, it was more of like just setting myself in that zone. It just helps me focus, you know, like I'm in game mode now.
So it's not an alter ego, it's not someone else you become.
Football, you know, a lot of people will look at it as a more physical sport, but it's just as much mental. You have to be in a mental space where you can do things where someone off the street can't do. So that's where I have to be mentally. I have to be in a spot where I'm okay with, you know, hurting another person or being violent, aggressive, explosive, different things that you're not gonna be when you're on the street, when you're outside of the building. Putting that on allows me to be in that space.
You've had a bunch of different looks. It hasn't just been the jungle phase for you. Like, we've seen you in a bunch of different ones.
Yeah.
Do you look at yourself that day and pick that day, or is this like preconceived before you get to the stadium?
It's whatever I feel once I get there. For the majority of the time, I do the jungle look, but there are times I do the raccoon eyes where it's like they're both black with the jungle.
More like Isaac's. Isaac's got the whole eyes.
Yeah, he's got the black here. I like to do it more like you know, that's as best as I can describe it, like the jungle. You know, like I'm in the jungle, like I'm in a war.
This is a very special process. I don't usually
people?
Yeah, I usually don't do this. It takes a lot to get off, but for me, it doesn't really matter where I start, and it's usually in silence. But as you know, like I get the whole eye.
I start from here, close my eyes, like that. See, I'm already entering in that.
Yeah, now I can feel it.
Yeah,
I can sense it.
I'm already getting in that zone right now.
Got you.
So this is literally it. Close my eye.
And you always go right through your eye as well.
Yeah, I always do. I always close my eye.
Have you ever played professionally without it?
No, I tried to in college one time. I thought I was bigger than the process. And my coach, he's still the coach now at Southeastern Louisiana. We were losing at halftime. He told me to get in the damn locker room and put the MF face paint on. So I went there and I did. We ended up winning. It was at.
How was your first half compared to your second half?
Way better. We ended up winning. I got a sack. We ended up winning. It was against McNeese State.
And then after I do this, I always do it a little darker. So I'll do it right now. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. So I go like this. Get the lines thick, you know, because once you take that helmet off and on,
I was going to say, at what point now, do you reapply at halftime?
No. Once it's on, it's on.
Got
Once I'm in the mode, I'm in the mode. So there is no going back. And then after this, I'll do the eye.
Is the Burrow sack still your favorite sack?
It's probably my most memorable just because I had my family in the stands. I'd been at college for 3 years, and it was the first time that my grandparents, my mom, and my brother could get down. And obviously it was at LSU. It just was such a big game. It was my first game starting. I was a captain. We had a new coaching staff. I don't know if it's my favorite sack because of the sack.
But it's because of the circumstances that came with it. That makes sense.
Yeah, and you can kind of see if you watch that film.
By the way, you just turned to me and you look so drastically different.
Yeah, way different, yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff went into that one play.
Adeyemi Berglund gets there.
What's made this season special for you? Not that you haven't had great seasons in the past, don't get me wrong, but there just seems to be something a little bit different.
I feel a little bit more comfortable. I think a lot of people have overlooked the continuity of our defense and of our team in general. And it's a lot different when you're out there with the guys that you trust. But it's just allowed me to play a little bit faster.
Who's the hardest to tackle?
The hardest, I have to give it to Rourke. He's instinctive, man. Like, he just knows where to go. Like, even when, you know, he can't see it on the backside, he just can feel the presence.
I would say the most pure, elusive quarterback is probably Trey Ford, I would say. I mean, but obviously Cody's playing now. When I hit Cody and I hit him very hard and he got up, that pissed me off.
Did it?
Yes. So like.
Did you feel bad hitting him? That was your former teammate.
No, I didn't feel bad at all. He knows what it is. Once we're on the field, there's no friends.
You're right.
There's no friends on the field.
Yeah.
So this is it, look, right here. Right, so I got my eyes black.
I will say, you have gone from 0 to 100 very quickly over here.
And then after, I usually just kind of go like this.
How long does this take to get off?
I mean, I could take it off in a couple minutes. It's just scrubbing.
Got you.
Yeah, you know, just soap and water, and so it's like this.
I can't even believe how different you look right now.
This is the look right now. Now I'm in the mode.
No, now you just want to go play football right now.
I want to go play ball. I'm ready to go smack something.
It looks good. Yeah, no, I'm actually quite impressed. It almost looks like the Ultimate Warrior, if I'm honest with you.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird look, but
it works.
It feels comfortable.
All right, I'm gonna allow this. If I was to look meaner, I know it's difficult to think of.
Different, yeah.
What would I do on my face?
You might be good with like a one side of the face paint. You could do lightning bolt like through the eye.
Oh, okay, I can try this.
Are you gonna actually do this?
Absolutely.
No, you're not.
You're speaking to the wrong woman. Am I gonna try this? I'm obviously done.
Is she gonna do this? Are you actually gonna do this?
Yeah. Do you want to try it?
I don't want to put it on.
No, I don't care.
No, I can't put it on.
Okay, how about I'll do the first line, and then you can collect through. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Trust me. What side do I start on? So let's do this. Okay. How's that look?
That's good.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. And then through the eye, you close the eye.
Well, that's a pretty vulnerable spot with the eyeball. Let me get the last line.
Okay.
You get the middle line.
Okay, I'll get the middle line.
And I'll get the last one, yeah.
I don't think I look scarier, if I'm honest with you. Wow, through the eyeball is quite difficult. How's this?
That's pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
Okay, last line. Let's see. Do I look scary?
You look good.
Scary?
Yeah, scary good. Kind of.
Scary good.
You ever see Vikings?
Oh, wow. Do you think I should do one more?
You could. I don't know. I like that.
Do you like this?
Yeah. I would make it a little thicker.
Okay. What's so funny about this? I think it's awesome.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Why? I really get into my job.
It's good. It's commitment, right?
You know what? That's what I said coming into this shoot. It's 0 to 100.
Yeah, I like it. You can patch it. The eyeball I'm kind of scared of, but
I'm terrified of myself.
you ever see Vikings? It's like you kind of look like one of those like Asgard warriors.
Thank you. I agree with you.
I like it.
I like it too.
Well, hopefully we can get you on the field with us.
We look scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Means you're on the blitz.
Me coming off a blitz. I'm
Off the edge. Off the edge.
I am quick.
Hey.
I'll tell you this. I am scary quick.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we just got to make the play. Hopefully it's an easy quarterback to tackle.
All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, scary. I'm smiling.
Yeah, scary.
Scary.
Kate. You needed more, Kate. What a sport. Sankey, Adeyemi, Berglund, and all that face paint will be back on the field tomorrow. The Owls and Ticats kick off Super Saturday. Then it's the Banjo Bowl, rematch of the Battle of Alberta. Again, Kate and the panel in Edmonton for all the fun. We'll hear from them later during time of our game tonight between the Lions and the Redblacks. Well, the Alouettes obviously aren't the only team that rocks the face paint. Stanley Berryhill representing as well, a little more subtle. And Santos Knox of the Redblacks in on the trend as well. They must go through a ton of that stuff. We will be back after this. The countdown to kickoff is on at Windy TD Place in Ottawa, where William Stanback will be going up against his former team for the first time as a member of the Redblacks in a game his current team needs to win. Claire now with the running back.
William, last year you played with the BC Lions. You weren't re-signed in the off-season. How are you feeling about playing them?
I mean, it's just another game, you know, and business is business. Right now we're on a mission, and we're focused on the task at hand, and that's going 1-0 this week.
You guys have had some slow starts recently. How much of an emphasis are you putting on your first quarter?
Just making sure we come out here and start fast. We already know what we're capable of doing and what we bring to the table. We just have to make sure we start fast, continue to stay strong, and finish with dominance.
Thanks, William.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
Time now to reveal our anytime touchdown selections. Is anyone going to go with Stanback in a potential revenge game? Let's find out. Davis, you're first.
Well, I can tell you I'm not going with Stanback. But I like the Justin McInnis matchup in the red zone. VA likes Justin McInnis in the red zone. If they can flop him over, get him working into the boundary, you have a halfback that's 5'9", a corner in the boundary is 5'10". They have the height advantage. Obviously, we know when you don't have anything, jump balls in the red zone, that's money.
I agree with you. I'm going to stay with the BC Lions. You know, they stay on the field offensively, so they get a lot of first downs. That puts them into the red zone. So Keon Hatcher is my guy. You know, leading receiver in the Canadian Football League. He's got 4 TDs. He's got 7 30-plus plays. And 30-plus plays leads to touchdowns, either itself or they're going to be in a touchdown drive. So I think Keon Hatcher is my guy.
Got a clean sweep, not with the Lions, but with receivers. I'm going with the other Justin Hardy. He had an off week, 12, and only had 38 receiving yards. Before that, he had touchdowns in 3 straight games, 5 in total. Hey, he might even score in the first quarter.
Yeah, do you miss these guys here? Enoch,
we got a lot of space.
I don't really miss them. Kate,
we do have a lot.
Kate, we miss you.
Well, Kate.
Well,
and face paint.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how to take that.
I don't know how I said it.
Boy. All right, well, let's recap here.
I love you too, Laura.
I love you too, Davis. Here's our picks again for our anytime touchdowns. McInnis, Davis, you're riding with him tonight. Let's see if he can add to his touchdown total. He has 3 of them in his last 3 games against Ottawa. Speaking of which, McInnis now with Claire.
Let's go with 2 hosts.
Rourke has been playing some phenomenal football recently. You've played with him the last 3 years. How would you describe his game right now?
Yeah, he's lights out right now. Everything we've expected of him and so much more. Most prepared guy in the room, works the hardest. You know, there's no surprise to me that he's having the season he is.
As you guys are fighting for your playoff lives tonight, what does your mindset need to be?
Just 1-0. We can't worry about the end of the season right now. The end of the season isn't won right now. So we just got to worry about Ottawa tonight and just take it game by game.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
A lot of high-powered receivers will be on the field tonight. Could we see an aerial attack in Ottawa? Will the win be an issue? A big game for both these teams and their playoff hopes with the regular season now in the home stretch.
Gonna throw it deep, up for grabs. Did he get it? Yep. He did! Ridiculous stuff from Keon Hatcher.
On the throw, what a catch! What a first down, Justin Hardy.
Gets it away again, and that is hauled in near sideline. Some fancy footwork from McInnis. Goes to the end zone.